Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for
which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment. Comments can be emailed in advance of the 6:30 p.m. start time to lran@whittier.tech.ma.us. All comments will be recorded to the record, and all attempts will be made to mention them live during the meeting. Any emails received during the meeting will be mentioned at the following meeting. Is there any public comment? None being heard, we'll move on.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Tucker.
I move the approval of January 11 minutes of the regular school committee meeting.
Second,
Okay. Need a roll call vote. Mr. Early.
Yes.
Mr. Noyce.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. James.
Yes.
Ms. True.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor.
Yes.
Mr. Irving.
aye,
Treasurer's report. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions or comments regarding the treasurer's report? Okay. Roll call vote. Mr. Early.
Yes.
Mr. Noyce.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. James.
Yes.
Ms. True.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor.
Yes.
Mr. Irving.
aye,
Old business, there is no old business posted. Reports and communications, student rep Taylor Lebeck.
February 8th, 2022. February School Committee Report. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Superintendent Lynch, and all other school committee members. Boys varsity basketball has a record of 8-8. They have 4 games remaining and are making a push to qualify for the state tournament. Girls varsity basketball has a record of 4-11. They have 6 incredible freshmen who are playing above and beyond. Their next game is Thursday against Malden at home. Wrestling has finished with an overall record of 14-6, with all 6 losses coming up to the top 10 ranked teams in the state. We had our annual Travis Yell Memorial Dual Tournament on Saturday. Whittier lost in the finals to Lowell High 40-37. Hockey has a record of 6-7. Their next game is tonight against Newburyport at the Graf Rink. Cheerleading is working on their routine for their CAC competition, which will be February 26th at Billerica High School. Skills USA created Recognition Day, in which a survey was shared with all teachers to nominate a student who exemplifies some aspect of the Skills USA framework. A special guest will be coming to Whittier Tech to see everything that Skills USA has been doing to promote framework culture. Multicultural Club has been approved for a field trip to the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem, Mass. To view the Ying Yu Tang House exhibits as part of their Identity and Global Cultural Awareness via Visual Arts program. Key Club is finishing up filing out 210 Valentine's Day cards that will be handed out at a nursing home in Newburyport. Peer Leadership is collaborating with DECA for a fundraiser. Interact Club is working on Valentine's Day cards going out to area nursing homes such as Baker Cats, the Oxford, and Lakeview houses. Chess Club had over 25 students attend last week, many of which were new students. The tournament finally came to a dramatic end with a senior winning 2-0. We are planning another tournament for March. Student government is working on plans for a student-faculty basketball game sometime in the spring. We are also very excited to have worked with the marketing department to create merchandise for our student government members. United Nations is preparing to participate in our next conference to be held on March 17th at Northeastern University. The topic for the conference is global mental health. We will also be headed to UMass Lowell for their 2-day conference in early April. Robotics is continuing programming and working on drones. Environmental Club is continuing to work on their tree sign projects. We are also starting to set up tower guards for culinary, which are hydroponic gardens to grow herbs. Ski Club is looking forward to a ski trip to Pico in Mendon, Vermont on Sunday. Drama is continuing to work on the school musical Mamma Mia, which is scheduled for March 17th through 19th. A big shout out to the carpentry shop who has done a fantastic job with the sets. Art Club is working on building a fish for the New England Says No to Plastic show. GSA will be attending the February GSA Leadership Council meeting at Reading High School on Thursday. The GSA bulletin board has been updated to showcase the various pride flags and what they represent. DECA is working on a Valentine's Day fundraiser and collaborating with Peer Leadership. We are also recruiting for next year. Yearbook Club has submitted the final cover design. The senior section is done and the staff section is being worked on next. Poetry is looking forward to hosting a poetry slam at our next meeting. Peer-to-Peer is continuing to work on their awareness table event for March. We are also working on the Relay for Life Cancer Walk for the spring. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions for Taylor?
It's a lot.
A lot going on.
What's going on?
We love it.
I do. What's a poetry slam?
Um,
Never
been to a
poetry
Oh,
Guess I have to.
it's like a more
Very
intense like
nice.
poetry. It's like
Jeez,
more,
that sounds very intense.
yeah,
Very.
yeah, very.
sure, bongos. We'll see.
All right, all right.
All right. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you.
Great job, as usual.
Thank you.
Superintendent's report.
Good
Ms.
evening,
Lynch.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Tonight before you, I have personnel action for informational purposes. I have evening school instructors, an electrical instructor, the resignation of cafeteria workers, and a budget update. The executive subcommittee met earlier this evening, and we moved forward with a 5.62% increase. Ms. Cosmas and I will work over the next month or so to try to bring that reduction to a closer to a 5.0% increase for next year. MCAS update, November retest results are in. 2 of the 3 students passed the ELA retest. The 1 student who did not pass will retake it in March. The current pass rate is 99.7%. 7 of the 9 students passed the math retest. The 2 students who did not pass will retake it in March 2023. The current rate is 99.4%. On February 1st and 2nd, 28 students took the biology retest. Results for this exam will not be in until late April or early May, which is a long time from now. School building update. We have a very big week coming up. So next week is the big week. We will be having a regular building meeting on Tuesday, February 14th to discuss many things, but mainly the financial impact of having a renovation in addition, and or a new building. We'll be discussing the financial impact of all of those 3 things. On Thursday, February 16th, we will be having our second public forum on the building project. This meeting will take place in our auditorium at 7 o'clock, and I really encourage everyone here to attend and everyone listening at home to attend that meeting. And then on February 17th, the school building committee will make a final decision about what we will be pursuing for a building project. So it's really important that if you're interested in this, to come to our public forum and provide feedback to the school building committee, so that when we make the decision on Friday, that we have as many voices as possible to making that decision. Ms. Cosmas and I have had many meetings over the last couple of weeks to determine how to proceed in getting approval from our cities and towns and what a bond looks like, and how to get bond approval from our cities and towns. So we've been very busy. On Friday, January 13th, I had a meeting with Left Field and our vocational coordinators, Amanda Cosme and Paul Moskovich. We met to discuss the square footage needed for our Chapter 74 programs with our architects. On Tuesday, January 17th, I had a meeting for our newly formed Athletic Hall of Fame. Mr. Sabo has done an amazing job coordinating and drafting bylaws for this endeavor. The committee consists of current and former coaches, principal, superintendent, booster member, and the athletic director. We're looking forward to having our first Athletic Hall of Fame dinner in the fall.
Great.
On Wednesday, January 18th, I was on WHAV radio. I have a monthly interview with Win in the Morning, and it's a lot of fun. On Wednesday, January 18th and 25th, and February 1st and 8th, I attended Whittier's Whittier's weekly executive project meetings. On Thursday, January 19th, there was an early college briefing. There seems to be much momentum going forward with the early college program in the state of Massachusetts, and we're excited because we are a designated early college school. And we are only one of 2 vocational schools that have that designation.
Of all the state.
Of all the vocational schools in the state. On Monday, January 23rd, I attended the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce annual mayors and town managers meeting in Andover. This was the morning of the snowstorm, supposedly. But there was a snow day, but I was happy to attend And I got to meet and see many of our municipal leaders, so it was well worth the drive. On Tuesday, January 24th, I know you don't care about the snow days because you don't have to make them out, but the rest of us do. On Tuesday, January 24th, I met with Superintendent John Lavoy from Greater Lawrence to discuss transportation with him and one of his school committee members. They're interested in possibly having their own transportation. On Thursday, January 26th, I attended the MASS midwinter meeting in Marlborough. On Friday, January 27th, I hosted a superintendent's luncheon of our Whittier District superintendents. We had the associate commissioner for lunch to discuss how having innovation pathways and how to proceed with having some possible innovation pathways in our schools. I was happy that many of our local superintendents were able to attend. On Friday, February 3rd, I attended the North Shore Superintendent's Roundtable meeting. We have some exciting news, and Taylor hit it a little bit. The National Executive Director of Skills USA will be visiting Whittier Tech on Friday. We're the only school in Massachusetts that she is visiting. We met her when we were at a conference, and we're so excited that she will be coming. Ms. Moskovich, approached her, asked her if she'd be interested in coming, and she's thrilled. And she will be coming here Friday, and we're going to show her what we're made of. On Monday next week, February 13th, Congresswoman Trahan and Congressman Moulton will be visiting our school along with mayors and other Massachusetts legislative delegation. We'll be taking a quick tour and having lunch. And again, this is to update them on our building project and the concerns of our community as we move forward. So continuing to do that outreach as we start making decisions about the building project. And that is all I have for you tonight. For my-
I have one question on Tuesday's meeting, building committee, it's in the morning and it's live.
Yes.
What time?
In the auditorium.
It's in the auditorium.
I know you didn't say what time it was.
At 10, and there are some people that will be remote, so we will have it recorded if you'd like to.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, I'll be there. Wanted everybody to know when it was.
I'll have muffins.
Thank you.
Mr. Nice.
Thank you.
So the budget increase was about 6.8 and it went down to about 5.6.
Yes,
Does that reflect any changes in staffing?
yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I added additional staff with the thought that possibly I would need them
Yeah.
with our exploratory program. Those numbers came back and I don't need those staff members. So we cut those staff members. So it's not cutting staff that we currently have. It's,
Cutting your projection.
yes,
Thank you.
Yep.
And when our illustrious state representatives are here,
yes.
if you could point out to them
Mhm.
that the increase in the Pentagon's budget this year is greater than the total appropriations
Yeah.
for education in the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
The last couple of years for local districts have been as good as it gets because we've gotten federal money
Mhm.
and they really need to do better. They
Yeah.
really need to do better.
Right. I think they're hearing it from people all over the state that Chapter 70 money is very concerning. The special ed money is very concerning. The increases in special ed costs, circuit breaker, the increase in transportation. We all know what's going on here with MSBA and the cost of construction costs. So that's part of that's why they're coming here, and we're going to have that discussion with them.
Thank you.
Mr. Tucker.
I was just gonna say, you're hoping to bring it down a little bit to about 5 at the next meeting.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
So I'd like
Yeah, you got
establishment of a scholarship.
Yep.
So according to the school committee policy, scholarships are accepted by the school committee. The family of Sophie Perkins Ouellette is donating $100 scholarship to be used for the Kenneth Perkins Memorial Scholarship and award to an outstanding senior in the carpentry program. Kenneth
Move to
Perkins-
accept.
Second,
Move to accept with gratitude.
questions, comments? Okay, roll call vote. Mr. Early,
Yes.
Mr. Noyce.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. James.
yes.
True.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Yes. Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor.
Yes.
Mr. Irving.
Aye.
Couple more things.
Okay. go ahead.
Sorry. I just want, I haven't updated on some carpentry projects that we've been doing and some outside projects. So our carpentry program carpentry program has been working at Vesey Park Garden Gate Fence. They fixed the gate, fence, and garden beds. We've done the Haverhill Police Station decade picture board. We've been at the City of Haverhill Clerk's Office with shelving and ballot storage. And we've been at the Merrimack Senior Center bottle filling station. Also, our auto body program, the City of Haverhill Water Department. We've worked on a 2010 F-250 pickup, 2012 Chevy Silverado pickup, a mobile air compressor, and the Elks Coat rack refinish. And those are just some of the projects that we've done outside. There's been plenty we've done here in the building. And I have 2 field trip requests for you. One is we had to cancel a ski trip because of the terrible cold last Friday. So this is setting up a new field trip to Pat's Peak Ski Area in Henniker, New Hampshire. And because it's in New Hampshire, we have to request the school committee's permission, and they will
Move
be
to
leaving
accept.
Second.
Sterling.
We're gonna have the proper paperwork.
Of course we will.
Thank you.
That's a second.
There was a second.
There was, yeah.
Oh,
Do you have another one there? Can we do them collectively?
Yes, I do have another one. This is to the robotics program to Salem High School to visit on March 3rd, 2023. There'll be 18 students attending that field trip.
Move to approve.
Started. Sterling.
Yes,
Yes. Nice.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker. Mr. James.
yes, that's true. It's in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, Salem. New Hampshire.
Oh,
Mr. True.
yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Yes. Mr. Wood. Yes. Ms. O'Connor.
Yes.
Mr. Irving.
Aye.
And that is all I have for you tonight.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
Principals report. Mr. Laganis.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Superintendent Lynch, the rest of the school committee members. Just a few things, and Taylor talked about the Travis Yell tournament was a great success. This past Saturday, February 4th, 8 schools represented in those, and it turned out to be another successful day for the Whittier wrestling team, as well as I'll get into it with the Booster Club. They had some delicious food. I actually partaked. I think Ms. Lynch, we partaked in a little food that day.
Can I just chime in a
Yes.
little bit here? So that was on Saturday morning, the day of the terrible cold. There was no heat. The heat went off in the gym and we had to call maintenance. They, of course, came running in like, Superman with capes on.
Yep.
Because you could actually see your breath in the gym. It was that cold and they fixed it. So I really want to say a quick shout out to Bob Hardy and his crew for really stepping up and helping us on that day.
Yeah. Thank you. It was an amazing day that day, as well as to the coaches. As Ms. Lynch know, it's quite a program they've developed. A pretty amazing program. And the schools that were there, some top schools in the wrestling. It was a lot of fun that day. So also February 1st, we started our celebration of Black History Month. Whittier continues to highlight contributions of African Americans and create discussions to educate students on all aspects of diversity. And we're working as the Whittier family to get better at everything to do with that. All our students have completed midterm assessments, as we talked about last time, and we're well on our way to third quarter. Our new last day is June 15th, and that's with the 2 snow days. So I don't know if we're going to get any more snow days, but if you think about it, today was our 100th day. So out of the 180. So today, is that correct, Kevin? It's 100 days today. So we're moving right along. Congratulations goes out to Whittier's guidance team for the great work that they do every day beyond with students. We've been celebrating and honoring counselors this week as well. It is important to take the time to recognize these professionals and their compassion for kids and their tireless effort. As we know, and Mr. James, you know very well about that. I just want to shout out to the names, these amazing individuals that are at Whittier Tech taking care of our kids on a daily basis, around the clock. Deb Costello, Marsha Curtis, Michelle Katina, Jill Krakowitz, Andy Bonifacio, Heather Sweeney, Rachel Rossi, Lillian Levesque, and Lee Gasaway. just an amazing crew of guidance counselors that are taking care of our kids and just 24/7. So thank you goes out to them. During our winter vacation, which is started February the 24th, we are starting our boot camp again, where students are able to make up academics and as well as their attendance days if needed. So that's also another thing in taking care of our children. We also, believe it or not, freshmen, they've chosen their shops. And their shops, they'll start to get into the vocational areas on March 15th. The guidance team is also out interviewing. I believe they were at Constantino today. We'll go back out tomorrow. So again, in that process, we're well into that. I said I'd go back to the Booster Club. The Booster Club with Janice McNulty, Heather Russo, who are kind of running it. Just amazing individuals that come here and take up their time for our kids. And that day, the Travis Shield tournament, they were there the entire day serving food to all the children and everybody, the adults, the whole day, and also making funds for our sports programs, and just amazing. And all the other help from the parents that were there helping, Janice and as well as Heather. So a shout out again goes to them. And this year's high school play is Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia is a musical based on songs of the Swedish pop group ABBA, with a book by British playwright Katherine Johnson. The musical has become a worldwide phenomenon since its premiere in 1999. It has been performed over 50 countries and has been seen over 60 million people, making one of the most successful musicals of all time. The dates, so you can pencil in the dates: March 17th, that's Friday; Saturday, the 18th, that's 7 p.m. And then on Sunday, we have the afternoon at 2 p.m., the 19th. So that's March. And they're preparing right now. That's all I have for you tonight.
Any questions? Thank you very much. Mr. Ganis?
Thank you.
You're up.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Business Managers Report, Kara Cosmos.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Superintendent Lynch, members of the committee. A couple of things for you this evening. I am requesting approval of an appropriation of $270,056 from the Transportation Revolving Fund, and that will be used to make the down payment on the lease buyout for the 17 buses. As you know, a couple of meetings ago, you approved our buying these buses, buying out the lease. And we had said that we would do a 3-year payment plan, and we would use the additional funds in the transportation revolving account to do the down payment. So I'm just asking to appropriate that money so it is used for that purpose.
Approval.
Second.
Questions or comments on that? Mr. Early.
Are we buying any of the old lease?
Yes,
How many of them roughly?
there are 17 buses on the lease.
But what about the new ones?
What new ones?
Aren't you looking at?
We just got 4 new
That's
buses.
what I'm talking.
Yeah, we already paid for those. Those
Okay.
were in last year's budget. We had to wait almost a year for them.
Thank you.
Okay, roll call vote. Mr. Early.
Yes.
Mr. Noyce.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. James.
Yeah.
Mr. Drew.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor.
Yes.
Mr. Irving.
Aye.
Thank you. And as a member of the Whittier Tech Educational Foundation, I would like to update you about a scholarship that we received. We've received a $1,000 scholarship from the North End Boat Club in Newburyport. And this is to be used for purchasing tools of the trade and or continuing education, and is to be awarded to a student who has excelled in the machine technology program and intends to pursue a career in machine technology. On behalf of the foundation's board of directors and members, I would like to express our sincere thanks and gratitude to the North End Boat Club for this generous donation.
Do we need to vote?
Move to approve.
Second.
It's basically notification because the donation was made to the foundation, but you can certainly approve it if you'd like.
Or accept it.
Or
alone.
accept it. Yeah,
Accept it, all right. Anything else?
that's it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Chairperson. March annual agenda items, the school committee self-evaluation, that'll be coming out. When, and when will we be getting that? Before March. All right, look for that on your emails, self-evaluation. When will that be? When, yeah, that was my next question. Should we have for April meeting, yeah, we'll need them for need them back, but before that, so we have the results of the April meeting. You add on that,
You don't, that's the change of date for the March meeting.
okay, yeah. We also have the budget review. And next month, we'd like to change the meeting date until the 15th. It's supposed to be on the 8th, but we'd like to change it to the 15th. Does anybody have?
Is that still a Wednesday?
It's still a Wednesday, yeah.
That's easier.
And it will be, we have an executive meeting that will be at 5 o'clock, and the school committee meeting will be at 6 that night rather than 6:30.
Third Wednesday.
The third Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock. Is everybody okay with that?
6
Yeah.
o'clock.
6
Yes,
o'clock,
6
yeah,
Oh my
p.m.
God, you're changing everything.
not 6:30. It's just this one meeting, Paul.
Paul, just say yes.
All right.
Oh my gosh, if it's that easy.
Now, technically, it's your last
Yeah,
meeting.
sure.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
That's the
We
reason,
just
Paul.
wanted to throw a little.
What do you want for dessert that day?
Oh, chocolate, of course.
So much,
We always
All
have
right.
chocolate.
So everybody's okay with that?
yeah, and how will the other folks be notified to?
Yes, they'll get a
They'll get a
notification.
notification.
And notification and reminder.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should send out a
Do it
couple of
twice.
reminders on that. We good on that?
Yes.
Okay, subcommittee reports, executive. We did have a meeting, there are minutes of the meeting in your packet, motion to approve. Second. Need to take a roll call, any questions on that? Roll call vote, Mr. Early,
Yes.
Mr. Noyce.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. James.
Yes.
Mrs. True.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor
Yes,
and Mr. Urban.
Yes.
Instructional personnel. Just a very, and,
I don't think there's a need.
Nothing right now.
okay. Plan operations, Mr. Tucker.
Has not met. We're looking forward to the building committee meeting.
Okay. Salary negotiations, Mr. Early.
We met tonight. We're gonna bring the paperwork next meeting.
Okay. Policy, Mr. Irving.
We did meet last month, but there aren't any minutes just to prepare for the policies that we accepted at the regular school committee meeting. So we're all set. I don't believe we need a new one, do we, Superintendent?
You do not.
Okay.
What? Yeah, yeah. So the meeting date is, the budget workshop is March 15th at 5 p.m. The regular school committee meeting is March 15th at 6 p.m. There is no new business. Oh, there is one thing.
Moving
Bunch
on
of
to executive session with respect to collective bargaining for the teachers
One
association.
second, please. I gotta back up. On the new business. There was an email sent out for updating everybody's ethics thing. If you could get those in. It's a little different than they, I don't know what you said. They got a new program, not a new program. a new-
online.
It's online. They changed it around a little bit. I've done it. It's pretty simple.
How long did it take?
You have to do it for the full hour.
It's an hour,
They
okay.
don't let you skip through. You
Yeah.
can sit there and let it run and run and run, but you still gotta select it.
Yeah.
All right,
Right, Mr. Wood,
Moving go into executive session for the purpose of collective bargaining with the Teachers Association. Strategy.
All right, let me read the motion. I need a motion to enter an executive session to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining with the WREA teachers, as an open meeting may have detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the committee, and upon completion of the executive session will adjourn.
Yeah, that was the
Do we
motion I
have a
made.
Second. We can do a roll call vote. Mr. Early,
Yes.
Mr. Noyce.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. James.
Yes.
This is true.
Yeah.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Irving.
I